What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video here on Team Acne. Today we're going to be reacting to a video from Lucas Smith. This is a video that just recently went pretty viral, has 175,000 views, and was only put up a couple months ago. This is how he cleared his acne up in 30 days. He explains his skincare routine, gives a couple tips. So let's break this down, let's go through it and see if what he's saying is valid or not. Okay, so skipping into a couple minutes, because in the beginning he just explains that he goes to night school lately, he's an actor, a model, and acne isn't something that's great for him, so he's been trying to get rid of it, and this is what, basically he's come up with. So let's jump into the video.
So basically I put something on my story asking you guys what you wanted me to touch on in this video, and yeah, I'm gonna try to keep up the energy a little bit, I'm gonna try and make it funny, but realistically, having shit skin sucks. Like, it really sucks. But what you have to understand as well, I'm not gonna come on here and spread like false positivity and like saying, oh, don't be insecure about your skin. Bro, like, it's so much easier said than done. I had so many people say to me like, oh, you shouldn't be insecure about your skin. Shut the fuck up.
Clearly he's super Australian because he's cussing so much, but I totally agree with him. Like, a lot of people would just say like, don't worry about your skin, it's not that bad, don't freak out, don't let it get you down and stuff. And I do get that. Like, it is hard to stay positive. Of course, I always do spread that message of skin positivity. You're valuable no matter what your skin is like. But it's okay if you feel bad, is kind of the message I'm trying to say here.
So a question I keep getting, is there any quick solutions to it? No, there isn't. It'll take time. It all depends on what you're doing as well. Like, if you keep doing good stuff like consistently and don't do any bad things, your skin will obviously improve faster. If you have a couple hiccups and you start doing some bad stuff, obviously it's gonna take longer. You know what I mean? It all depends on what you do. How did I deal with my acne emotionally? Is basically, I was staying inside, I was really insecure about it, but then I kind of realized I was gonna feel so much more about myself if I didn't actually go out and do the things I normally do. And so that's the kind of way I faced it, and it kind of like consistently got easier and easier and easier the more you do it. It's like facing a fear. The more you do it, it becomes less of fear, you know what I mean? And so it's all about breaking the barrier and then just getting used to it. And then in that process, as your skin starts to get better, you feel so confident once your skin starts to get better and better and better.
I definitely agree. Like, you gotta step out of your comfort zone. When you have really bad skin, it's so easy, and this is something I did all the time, was like stay inside, play video games, or just like, watch YouTube all day and don't go out with your friends, don't go out into the mall, don't go out to the movies, don't go to places where people are gonna see you where there's bright lights, right? But if you allow yourself to be comfortable, you never jump out of your comfort zone, you're never gonna grow that self-esteem, you're never gonna grow that confidence that you need. And what he's saying, when his face cleared up a bit more, he's feeling really confident, that's because he's pushing his comfort zone while he had acne. I think that's something that a lot of people forget, is that if you don't work on yourself when you have acne, when you clear your acne when you don't have acne, you still won't have actually worked on your self-esteem. So if your self-esteem is low, and then you clear up, you're still gonna have low self-esteem. It's still not gonna be something that you've practiced. Confidence comes with practice.
You guys asked me a lot if I went to a dermatologist or a professional. Yes, I did. And what they said basically is one of the biggest things to cut out is dairy. I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, but doing that, bro, that is one of the biggest things, and I was so weirded out by that because I wasn't sure. But after he told me that and I started to try it for like 2 weeks, there was a consistent improvement in my skin. So dairy is probably one of the biggest things you need to cut out.
100%. Absolutely agree with this. I've said this 100 times. There's science that backs this up, but this is something that me personally, my experience is that dairy caused me huge cystic acne. It was a huge reason for my acne, and I always encourage people to take dairy out of their diet. A lot of people will like fight back on you on that, and they'll say like, I have a friend who eats tons of dairy and that doesn't cause them any acne at all. My argument with that one is, I had a grandpa who lived to like 96 who smoked cigarettes every single day. So does that mean that, cigarettes aren't bad for you? No, it just means that some people get away with things. So it's not really a great argument. But yeah, try getting dairy out of your diet entirely, 100%, and see how much it improves your face in 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Also, processed and oily food and like sugar's just bad foods for you, flare up your skin. It's not that hard to get rid of it, but also the more you commit to these things, like the faster your skin will get better. And that's a fact. Like, whether you want to believe it or not is what it is. Did you do the Orotain drug? So if you don't know, there are certain drugs you can take, antibiotics you can take for bad skin, which is Orotain, Roaccutane, like that type of shit, which you can go to see a professional for, and you can do it. I was on it for a little bit. I didn't finish my cycle because I lost a pack of them, and I just like, I don't know, I just kind of consisted with these tips, and that's what helped me, like, naturally. And yes, it did help me, but I'm not gonna recommend to use it because I've heard some pretty fucked things, and it can really mess with your hair, give you depression and stuff like that. But also, if you're willing to kind of cope with those things, it's antibiotics. Like, it's like having a cold. Do you want to just like cope with the cold, or do you want to go get medication for it to treat it? It's kind of like anything you get medication for, right? I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. It's like, people are asking me how long it took to get rid of it. It's still there. Like, it's nowhere near as bad as how it was, but I was hopping it. Like, my skin was so bad. So now I think my skin's alright, but it's not perfect, and I haven't gotten rid of it. It's like, I'll probably have scarring for a while. I don't know how to treat it. I should probably find out. It's just something I haven't gotten around to yet.
Yo, this is funny. This guy is actually really attractive in the first place, and then when he shows that picture of his acne, he looks great. Like, some people have very like aesthetic acne. This might just be a personal thing, just because I'm someone who has had acne. So like, when I see somebody with acne, it's actually, to me, looks good most of the time. But a lot of people have very aesthetic placing of their acne and stuff. He had it like right on his cheeks a lot. I thought it looked pretty good, but you know. And then acne scars, of course. Later in his channel, he actually came out with a video about Banish, which is pretty cool. Banish, as you guys know, is an at-home treatment for your acne scars. It's the one that I use, the one I've been using for a year, a little bit over a year. I'm affiliated with them. They're like the best skincare brand that I know. You guys can always use my code and my link, banishbrian.com. Definitely suggest them.
Another couple of things, as an athlete growing up, I was doing a lot of exercise. I still do a lot of exercise. And the few things you want to do, even if you're not an athlete, stay hydrated and drink so much water. Because if you dehydrate yourself, your skin starts to get dehydrated and you break out more. Like, there is no positive effect to not staying hydrated, you know what I mean?
Facts. Water, 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 water. Drink your water. It's important. It's good for you. Do it. I know you hear that a lot, but do it. Water's good for you.
Okay, I'm gonna touch on this again because it is such a huge thing with self-esteem, depression, anxiety with acne, because I've gotten so many questions from girls and guys just about self-esteem issues and shit when it comes to acne. If you're at home, not doing anything and missing out on stuff because of your skin, you're literally just gonna think about your skin and think about how shit it is. You're just gonna get into your head so much more when you're alone and thinking about it, thinking, oh, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Rather than going out and actually doing it.
Yeah, this guy cusses so much. Australia.
It's a very natural thing for teenagers to go through. Not all teenagers go through it, but if you do, like, I can relate to you. Same with guys to girls. You're always going to be judged for something you do, but also you're going to get judged anyway, so your skin will not change that. Whether you have good skin or bad skin, someone's judging you for something. That's fact.
I really like that message you just said. That's so important to remember. It's like, you might think that people are extra harsh and critical because of your acne, and people definitely are a lot of times, but no matter what, people who don't have acne are also dealing with a lot of the same problems, where people are bullying them, or people are making them feel insecure about their looks, their nose, the way their eyes are shaped, their skin color, anything. Like, there's so many things that people are extremely mean, rude, and judgmental about. So just remember that, yeah, people are terrible a lot of times, but you just gotta stay positive and not listen to the people who are saying stupid, shallow, negative things.
So this is something I got from France. Obviously, I'm not gonna go back to Paris and get it, so I've just been using it in moderation, but it's just a normal cleanser, soap free. You really don't want that shit for oily and blemish prone skin. I have really oily skin, and then this is the other one that I use. It's actually just the Aveda cleanser. Oh, it's backwards, you can't read it anyway. That really works out. It's really soft on the skin. You don't want anything too harsh, because if you have acne, your skin is so sensitive. So why would you want to wash it with some like multi-action wash when you only just need something soft?
Boom. Fact, what he's saying is so important right there. The cleansers that he's using, I've never heard of them before, but it's a really good idea. If you do have sensitive skin and you have acne, your skin is sensitive, to use a gentle cleanser, not a super harsh one, not a 3-step system. And, you know, a lot of times people use like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide, which can help sometimes, but a lot of times they're too harsh. If your face is like massively red after using your cleanser, it's probably actually doing more harm than good. It's probably causing your face to get irritated. If your face is getting irritated, it's gonna break out more a lot of the time. It also a lot of times will overcompensate because you've stripped it of so much oil that it'll actually overcompensate by creating more oil, and then that can cause you to break out too. So definitely use a gentle cleanser. The one that I personally use is by Banish. Again, not just like shouting their brand out over and over, but like I really do use their company. I think it's so good. They have a gentle mint cleanser and it's really good.
First thing I'll do is, so warm water basically opens up your pores, which is what you want to happen. Warm water opens up your pores, cold water closes them, right? Okay, it's warming up. Really wipe it around, open up your pores, and then after your pores are open, I'm gonna use this shit because I used this 2 seconds ago. But you only need a little bit, then rub it around in your hand, and literally, my cheeks are really bad, and so that's where I'll focus on. I won't really focus on my forehead too much, but I'll really rub around my cheeks, and personally, I won't rinse it off for ages, because I really just want to get it everywhere around my face, and I'll really just soak it in. Okay, considering I just washed my face, I'm gonna cut that there. Oh, that's hot. But then you want to rinse it off with warm water. I won't put my face straight under and get it all off. I'm not sure if you guys can hear any of that I just said. But then you want to, I'll wet my hands, get all the soap off my hands, and then I'll just rub it around again. And I've got soap all over my hands, I'll get the soap off with the water, and then get with clean hands. Just go like this for ages until you get all the soap off. You just want to keep going with that until all the soap off your face is gone, which may take a while, but trust me, it really helps and gets every angle of your skin.
So it's an interesting way that he did it. Instead of like just washing his face under the water, he kept washing the soap off his hands, then rubbing his face again, getting some of the soap onto his hands, washing that off, doing it again and again. I don't know if that's a valid like method. I don't know if that changes anything. He's saying it gets it from all angles. I don't know about that. I do like that he said, you know, sometimes he leaves the cleanser on for a long time, like a couple of minutes. That's cool. I think that might make sense. I honestly think that the cleanser does its job within 20-30 seconds, you know, in terms of like breaking down bacteria and getting dirt off your face and stuff. But, you know, if you want to leave it on for a few minutes, it doesn't cause your face to get too sensitive, then I think that's fine. Yeah.
And then straight after that, what you want to do, like my face feels so clean right now. Probably because it was already clean, but like, whatever. And then you want to get cold water and basically, oh, that's going to suck. You guys can't hear me. Nothing I can do about it now. So you want to get some cold water and you really want to rub that around your skin. Because like I said before, cold water closes up your pores. So you want to leave the shower after you've washed your face with your pores really tight and closed. So it kind of stops dirt or as much dirt from getting in. That is one of the biggest things that actually helped me is after you've washed your face with warm water, just rinse it under cold water and like my face saw an automatic difference.
So I think like a lot of people, I mean, everybody does this. I've done this before too. Will attribute something to fixing something for them because they think it does. So like he's saying when he uses cold water on his face, he saw an immediate improvement. Like, I don't know, how did you see that? Is it because you used the cleansers for the first time, or is it because you took dairy out, or is it because you used cold water on your face? The cold water thing on your face is kind of like a, I don't know, like pseudoscience. It's like an anecdotal thing. So I always say this too. I do agree. Hot water opens your pores and cold water closes them. Some people will disagree. Some doctors disagree that it actually has an impact at all. But I definitely have always told people when you're taking a hot shower, maybe finish out with the last couple seconds with cold water on your face, just so that your face will close up. Then when you go lay down on the pillow or something like that, if you're gonna go to bed, you're not getting those oils and dirts back in your face, that's just nice and open. But yeah, I think that's valid. You know, finish out washing your face with cold water just to close up the pores, and then you should moisturize too.
It was actually pretty crazy. Now my sleeves are wet. Ugh, that's so gross. That is so gross. That's the worst feeling when you get like washing your hands and shit. Or even brushing your teeth and you just get toothpaste or water. I'm not sure. Am I the only person that gets toothpaste down my sleeve? Maybe. Alright, now that's all done. After that, I actually won't do anything. Boring! That's all I do. And as long as I do that, I don't eat dairy, I don't eat fried foods. And I wash my face maximum twice a day. That's all I do for my skin. If you have dry skin, naturally dry skin, you should moisturize straight after. But for people with oily skin, I find what helps is actually not moisturizing and drying out your skin a little bit more. But what you got...
Okay, so at the end there, he says he doesn't use moisturizer because his face is super oily. I think that's valid. If your face is super oily, then you don't necessarily need moisturizer on there if it's just going to be like, you know, already oiled up and moist in I don't know, 30, 40 minutes anyways. But most people, after you use a cleanser, should use a moisturizer because one of the things that can cause acne is having dry skin. Having dry skin dead cells, like, move around your face, that can actually clog your pores up in itself. So if you are using a cleanser and you do find your face to be rather dry afterwards, I would definitely suggest using a non-comedogenic moisturizer, especially one that has vitamin C, because vitamin C is great for reducing redness and discoloration. So if you can get a vitamin C cream, it'll help because you'll moisturize your face and fight the redness and discoloration at the same time. So that brings us to the end of his video. At the end, he just thanks you for watching. He says he hopes the video helped you out. He kind of goes through the self-esteem thing again and just explains that, like, you know, having acne doesn't make you any less valuable than anybody else. Don't let self-esteem, you know, crush you when it comes to acne. You know, stay positive and try to do your best. And ultimately, what this video came down to is what he said is no dairy, so take dairy out completely. No fried foods, take that out completely. And then he started using a cleanser. So those are the 3 things, really. It was a really basic routine, and I would guess, because I don't know this guy and he hasn't really put up that many other videos, but I would assume that these are things that before he hadn't done. So he wasn't using a cleanser before, and he wasn't using cold water when he was washing his face before, and then obviously he was eating dairy and fried foods. Taking those things out have, as you see in the video, improves his acne quite a bit. And I would definitely back that up. I would definitely agree with him that, yeah, those things are definitely factors that improve most people's acne. So I would say try those things out if you haven't tried them already. I enjoyed doing this reaction of this man. I think it was pretty awesome, the video he did. Very Australian, cussed a lot, but it was funny. And so as long as it's funny, it's worth it, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give a big old thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know what other videos you would like me to react to, because there are tons out there and I would love to do more of these. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you're part of Team Acne. I'll see you guys in the next video.